Hey everyone, Andrew Lopez here with Partner Channel OC, right back at it again. And I have a wonderful guest, as always. I have Renee VanHeel, the founder of Pay It Forward Processing. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This is always fun to share.
Absolutely. And quick shout out to Windus Fernandez at Truly Financial. Thank you so much for setting us up. It's the power of networking, and it's how the show grows, and it's how the connections are started. So I thank you, and here we are. So Renee, tell us, what is Pay It Forward Processing, and why did you start it?
We started Pay It Forward Processing back in 2002, and we provide credit card processing. We move the money. So for every type of business, from e-commerce to restaurants, retail stores, you name it. And the reason we got started is I had a lot of friends in business that were being taken advantage of. And it is a real sleazy industry. So I went and I interviewed over 100 businesses before I started, and I wanted to find out what their pain was. And everything the other companies were doing to make this a really sleazy industry, we did the opposite. So it has been challenging and a lot of fun to be able to make credit card processing actually legitimate and make people enjoy working with us. Like for us, the biggest thing, we don't do contracts and we don't do quotas on our salespeople. And that's what got the industry so sleazy is these salespeople from the other companies had quotas, so they'd have to go in and lie to the merchant on the rates they were getting. Then they'd get them stuck in a contract. And they had to do it so they kept a job. And that was one of the first things I learned. So we have no quotas or territories on our salespeople. Biggest thing, no contracts. We
That's
are
huge.
on month to month. Yeah. And we do it because we want people to stay with us because they like us, not because they have to.
Yeah. I think that's the model that a lot of businesses are going to. Me coming from the IT industry, and it's all about just proving yourself and continuing your value. And you're right, when you have that contract, you can almost take it for granted and say, you know what, they got another year left, like we could take it easy a little bit,
Well, and the biggest thing that people don't understand, a business will sign a contract thinking that locked them into the rates. No,
that changes.
90% of the companies out there that we've seen, they say they're going in at one rate because we'll look at their contract, and within 6 months to a year, their rates have been raised. So we make sure. That's why we don't want a contract, and we definitely don't raise the rates.
It's the transparency that helps, especially in the credit card processing world. You're right. There's been a lot of stuff. I'm not involved in it very much, but from what I've heard, it can be very cutthroat. And I think, you almost went Partner Channel OC in 2002, and you just interviewed a bunch of people and said, hey, how do I fix this? And you took the whole mass and said, this is how we're going to fix it. I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's been really fun. The other thing we have never done is, and this is the other thing that irritates people to the nth degree, is they get telemarketed at least 5 to 10 times a week. They get people stopping in their place, and so when we put our business model together, we are 100% referral based, introduction based. And we were told in this industry when we started it, they looked at our processors looked at us and said, you're crazy. And Visa, MasterCard said, you will never make it. And it's like, ooh, I love that challenge.
Absolutely.
And
challenge accepted.
And we have only been referral based from the very, very beginning, and we won't change. Because we like that warm introduction so that they know they can trust us right away. Because that's the biggest thing in this industry. You just can't trust who's out there.
Exactly. No, I applaud you for what you've created, and it leads me to my next question. I think you might have touched on it, but Renee, what matters in your business?
Well, one thing I didn't even mention that is my true passion. 4 years ago, we launched our charity program. So it's called Every Swipe Benefits Charity. And we are licensed and bonded in all 50 states and Canada, so we're national. So my husband and I take a portion of every single transaction and we donate it to charity.
It's amazing.
So we hit over, 260,000 this year? Actually, it might have even been 300. I don't remember.
In 2019 alone already?
No, this is
okay.
cumulative, but our goal is $1 million a year. So that's what we are shooting for, and within the next 5 years, we want to be at that $1 million a year. So we have to help a lot of businesses. So when a business comes on board with us, we have 10 vetted charities that they can choose for their swipe to go to. They can nominate somebody if they want to, but they have to be vetted. So our Every Swipe Benefits charity is actually a 501c3. and Pay It Forward is the for-profit. But we have our director at Every Swipe Benefits Charity that vets every nonprofit, and 80 cents on the dollar has to go for the cause or they won't be on our list.
Oh, wow.
So it's really, really fun. And that is 100% what gets me up in the morning to be able to do that. And you can look on our website. We have a little video that explains why we do it, but it all stemmed from, we lost our house in the '07 fires, and we started a nonprofit called Fired Up Sisters. And anytime we partnered with some businesses and I brought our group of Fired Up Sisters there, that business gave a portion back to every single transaction, gave a portion back to Fired Up Sisters. So we were able to raise over $3 million worth of money, goods, and services. So when I decided to come back to Pay It Forward and start working again, I went to my husband and said, we're going to do this. He goes, we're going to do what? He always gets nervous. Because even with Pay It Forward, I went to him and I said, honey, we're going to start a credit card processing company. And he looked at me and says, what do you know about credit card processing? I said, nothing yet, but we will. But that putting that foundation together to give is my very favorite part. And you know, we always tell our clients, you will never pay more. Majority of people save money processing with us, but it's them being able to be part of that giving arm. We donate the money, but they get the credit for it. They're highlighted in social media as supporting this nonprofit. And we connect all the businesses together so that they can do business with each other. So that generates more money for Every Swipe Benefits Charity.
It's all about giving. And I think there's a lot of people that miss that in today's world. You know, maybe we'll allude to the younger generation, and it's all about just giving back, and it's amazing what giving a little bit does, as you just
it adds up.
Explained.
All the pennies add up. You know, and what we have found, I have been a proponent for small business, raised in a small business, been an entrepreneur actually since I was 12, so I've only had one job in my life. But what we have found with a lot of these small businesses, they're nickeled and dimed with taxes and everything, that they don't have the free-flowing cash to be able to donate, but they want to be part of something bigger, and that's where we come in. Where they're able to be part of our Every Swipe Benefits Charity if they want to or not. They're automatically part of it when they process with us.
It's incredible, and I applaud you for what you created with you know, the business and with the charity. And it leads us into our last question, everyone's favorite question, why the show exists, is Renee, how do you value partnership in your business?
Oh, it's the only way we survive. You know, like I say, from the beginning, we started doing that 20 years ago. And it is so important to us with our referral partners, and it's actually only how we hire people too, is through relationships. We don't put ads in papers to hire, so we put it out there word of mouth, and we put it out there on social media, and you have to have the right culture. And we started this culture that was very different 20 years ago. You're starting to hear about it more, the servant leadership, the giving part, and it is amazing to find the right salespeople that actually understand that. I was raised old school sales, where you go in and you get the sales no matter what. Well, here we find the need of somebody and we fulfill that need. And that to me is where it's going. Like you say, more people more companies are going that way. So, and I like it because nobody likes to be sold to. But if we can solve a problem, that's what we're here for.
And that's the reason right there. It's not the product you sell, it's the problem you solve.
Exactly. Good point.
Absolutely.
Can I steal that one?
Yeah.
I like that one.
I actually stole it. I forget her name. I apologize, but I stole it from the founder of Spanx.
Oh.
She says that it's not the product you sell, it's the problem you solve. Or like sell the problem you solve and not the product.
I love that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and Spanx kind of does that for quite a few people.
Exactly.
I love that.
Oh man, I love it too.
It's awesome.
Well, Renee, thank you so much for being on the show. You know, I love you sharing your story. And one last thing, how can people get in touch with you?
Probably the best way, my email, Renee, RENEE, at pfprocessing.com. Otherwise, our website, www.payitforwardprocessing or pfprocessing.com.
Well, perfect. Thank you for being on the show. Very glad to be connected with you.
Thank you.
Share the episode, connect with Renee. If you're going through some things in your business and you're looking to kind of save on some credit card processing, Renee is here to help you out. And as always, share this out, connect with her, connect with me if you want to be on the show. And thanks for tuning in. Cheers, everybody.
Have a great day.